Amen. If you are with Jesus, if you trust Him with all your heart, then write Amen in the comments right now. But let me ask you a question. When you're crying your heart out and heaven stays silent, does that mean God has left you? The answer to this will come at the end. So, stay with me till the last word. Have you ever sat in the quiet of your room, your tears falling like rain, and whispered, "God, can you even hear me?" Have you ever prayed so desperately, and all you received in return was silence? If that's you, you are not alone. Because sometimes, even the strongest believers face the stillness of heaven. Even Jesus, the Son of God, faced that silence on the cross. The sky turned black, the ground shook, and He cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Yes, He too felt it, but was God truly absent, or was He doing something deeper, something eternal, something beyond what eyes could see? Let's begin this prayer journey together, because today you are about to discover what happens when God is silent but not absent. Heaven's silence doesn't always mean absence. Sometimes it means preparation. Think about it. Before seeds break through the soil, they die quietly underground. Before dawn breaks, the night is its darkest. And before God speaks, He sometimes lets the silence deepen, not to hurt you, but to strengthen you. You might be praying right now with all your heart. You've fasted, you've cried, you've waited. But still, no door has opened, and yet God is still watching. He's still working. He's still listening. Isaiah 64:4 says, "Since ancient times no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen any God besides you who acts on behalf of those who wait for Him." Yes, He acts on behalf of those who wait. Let that truth sink in. Your waiting is not in vain. Your tears are not wasted. Your pain is not pointless right now in the silence. God is setting the stage for something far greater than you could ever imagine. So don't stop believing, don't stop trusting, don't stop praying, because He may be quiet, but He is never absent. There's something sacred about quiet places. In the Bible, God didn't shout from a mountaintop to Elijah. He came in a whisper. 1 Kings 19:12 tells us, "After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire, and after the fire came a gentle whisper." Why a whisper? Because when someone whispers, you have to draw closer to hear. Whispers are intimate, personal, deliberate. Could it be that in this silent season, God is whispering something meant only for your heart? See, when God is silent, He's not punishing you, He's inviting you into deeper trust, inviting you to walk by faith, not by sight, inviting you to become familiar with His character, not just His blessings. So many people seek His hand, but in the silence, you learn to seek His face, and that changes everything. Because when the world is loud, and life feels noisy with chaos, comparison, and confusion, God gently pulls you aside and says, "Come sit with me. Be still with me. Let me show you who I really am." In the silence, He's not rejecting you. He's refining you. Just like gold must go through fire, your faith must walk through silence to come out pure, unshakable, real. So today, if you're surrounded by quiet, don't panic, don't quit. Instead, lean in, close your eyes, and listen. God might be whispering your next miracle. Before the cross, before the resurrection, before the crown of glory, there was a garden, the Garden of Gethsemane, a quiet place soaked in tears, a place where even Jesus, the Son of God, fell to the ground in deep sorrow, a place where the silence was deafening and the weight of the world pressed down on his shoulders. Luke 22:44 says, "And being in anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground. He begged the Father, let this cup pass from me. But heaven stayed silent, not because God had abandoned him, but because the silence was part of the story. And what happened next? Jesus stood up. He wiped his tears, and he walked toward the cross for you, for me. So the next time you feel alone in your Gethsemane, remember this: Jesus understands. He's been there. He didn't run from the silence. He surrendered to it, and in that surrender, he birthed salvation for the world. What if your quiet season is actually your garden moment? What if what you call delay, God calls preparation? In the silence, he is not punishing you. He is preparing you. He's building courage. He's shaping humility. He's increasing oil in your spirit, oil that will anoint your purpose when the time is right. So don't despise the silence. Don't rush out of the garden. Something holy is happening there, just like Jesus. Your cross might be next, but so is your resurrection. So now we return to the question: when God is silent, has he left you? You've waited through the silence. You've walked through the valley. You've wrestled in the dark. And now here is the answer: no. God's silence is not his absence. It's often his strategy, because silence is the soil where faith grows deep. It's in the silence that you learn to walk by trust, not by sight. It's in the quiet that your ears sharpen to the whispers of heaven. Sometimes the silence is God's most tender mercy. He's not ignoring you. He's inviting you to lean in, to come closer, to depend not on what you feel, but on who he is. Jesus himself hung on the cross and cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But even then, he was not forsaken. He was fulfilling the plan of redemption, and 3 days later, the silence was shattered by resurrection. Power. Maybe you've been in that tomb-like silence, waiting, hoping, crying. But I promise you this: God is not done. He has not forgotten, and your silence will not end in shame. In fact, your silence may be the stage for your biggest breakthrough. So, let me ask you again: if you believe Jesus is still with you, even when the world goes quiet, comment Amen below. Let heaven hear your faith, because sometimes one amen in the silence can shake the gates of hell.